Hello and welcome to my channel, where I'll show you how to take what you hate and automate. I'll demonstrate this by using real-world examples that you can implement in just a few minutes with no prior coding experience. You won't believe how easy it is. Future episodes will feature automation via Google App Script and Excel, but today I'm going to introduce you to a free and truly underrated program called AutoHotKey. I'll link the download link in the description so you can download it easily from the official page. And not to sound dramatic, but this program will honestly change your life. Once the page is loaded, click on the download button and then install the latest version. Once it's installed, you will right-click on the desktop and then under New, select AutoHotkey Script. Then we have to name it, and we'll call this one Employee Details. Next, click off and then right-click the newly created file and then select Edit Script. I usually get rid of the helper script. You can keep it if you want. It won't hurt anything. Now we are ready to write our first line of script. Something I hate is having to constantly pull up a spreadsheet or look in a database to reference employee numbers, employee addresses, etc. That is annoying to me. So I want a way to be able to access this information easily and reliably without having to look it up each and every time. I don't trust myself enough to memorize it all for all staff. So this is a much better way, and I hope that you agree. Here I have my staff database. So line 1, Lorena. I'd like to be able to type in something like Lorena L to get the correct spelling of her last name. Yes, I know her last name is Ferguson, but this way I'll know it's correct and I'll never have to question if it's spelled with an E or an O. I also want to be able to type in Lorena Pound to get her employee number, Lorena T to get her title, Lorena P for phone, S for street, Z for zip, etc. The way we accomplish this is with what we call a hot string. To get a hot string, you just have to type a colon, asterisk, colon, and then the shortcut or what we want to type in order to get the result we want. In this case, Lorena L. After that, 2 colons, and then we type what we want the actual result to yield. In this case, her last name, Ferguson. So there is a little bit of setup initially, but someday you will thank yourself when you don't have to pull up a spreadsheet to get the data. So now we have our first hot string to test. We'll just select File, Save, and then go to the icon and double click. And now we can test it. We'll type in Lorena L in this or any program, and we'll get Ferguson. As promised, I'm going to format the rest of the staff data so I can have a complete set. There are a few tricks in Excel that I'll show you in a future video that will save you a bunch of time with the setup, but that's for another day. When you're finished, your file will look something similar to this. You'll see that when you get a new employee, it's easy to add the info to the file so you'll have a complete set. So, File, Save, and then again, double click. This time it will ask you about replacing an older instance, and you will agree to this by selecting Yes. So let's test this one with my pal Joey. No longer do I have to be annoyed having to look up Joey's street address for the 4th time this week. I'm going to show you that this will work in any program or browser. Not sure if you ever have to register others for conferences, but if you do, it probably isn't your favorite thing in the world. You probably cringe thinking about pulling up your database, looking up each of them one by one, copying and pasting their specialty titles, etc. Automation will make this a bit easier. So let's register Joey for the 33rd Annual ISEE Conference. I'm sure he'll be excited to go. So we'll type in Joey F for his legal first name, Joey L for his last. For the title, they aren't asking for his real title. They want Mr. I'll manually type in the organization. My fave is Joey E for email. And then you know it'll be correct for the verification. I never want to have to memorize Joey's phone number and have him think I'm a stalker, nor do I want to have to look it over 50 times to make sure I'm not off a digit. Joey is bound to see this someday, and I don't want him to think I'm an idiot and don't know how to copy and paste his phone number for my spreadsheet. So, Joey S, Joey C, Joey lives in the United States of America. I'll type out MN and Joey Z for zip. Let me show you in another program. This is in Word. Let's say Joey or one of your staff comes up to you and asks for a travel expense sheet. For this, you have to fill out the top and then you print it out and he or she completes the bottom portion. Now, if I had to print one of these out for every employee every month, I'd do it a different way with mail merge or something. But let's just say this is impromptu. We're going to give Joey a break and I'm going to use Marcus instead. We'll type Marcus N for his full name, Marcus P for phone, Marcus E for email, Marcus T for title. Now Marcus is standing in front of you. He may even be impressed that you didn't ask him for the info and you didn't have to pull up a spreadsheet. Let's see how much Marcus makes. Not bad, Marcus. This, of course, is only demo data, so please don't try to text Marcus because the person at the random number that is not Marcus will think you're crazy or something. I hope this was helpful. Tune in next time for more basic automation tips, where together we will take what we hate and automate. Thanks for watching.